Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a pay dirt review of Etsy seller The Strange Folk Mining Company. It's a 3/4 pound unsearched California mother lode pay dirt bag with a 1/4 gram guarantee. So let's throw it on the scale and see what it weighs. This is the bag of pay dirt from The Strange Folk Mining Company. It's supposed to weigh about 3/4 pound. It says 3/4 pound of California mother lode pay dirt with a 1/4 gram guarantee. So let's set it on the scale. Looks like it's a little over 3/4 pound, 13.03 ounces. This is the listing for the Strange Folk Mining Company pay dirt that I purchased on Etsy. It was $34.99. It says 3/4 pound of California mother lode pay dirt seeded with a 1/4 gram of gold added. The unsearched dirt is collected from a mining claim near Yosemite in California's gold country. We then add a 1/4 gram of gold flakes to the unsearched dirt in the bag and seal it. The added gold is -30 mesh. So since it says that, I'll probably classify it plus or minus 30. Let's take it out to the panning station and see what the material looks like. This is the Strange Folk Mining Company pay dirt. It said 3/4 pound pay dirt from the California mother lode. Let's cut it open and see what the material looks like. Those look like small river gravels. Check it with a magnet and see if there's any magnetics in it. It's actually quite a bit of magnetic material in it. Put all the black sand in this other pan. I think we got most of it there. I'm actually going to classify this plus or minus 20. There's a look at the black sand that was in it. Alright, there's a look at the black sand.
minus 20 and the plus 20. So I'm going to start with the black sand first, then I'm going to do the plus 20, and then we'll move on to the minus 20. Gonna add a little jet dry to help break the surface tension of the water so the small gold doesn't float. Just gonna roll the black sand back and see if there's anything in the magnetics. Doesn't look like any gold. Let's pan out the plus 20. Looks like no gold in the plus 20. This pay dirt's actually pretty easy once you take the magnetics out with a magnet. Falls out of the pan pretty good. There is quite a bit of black sand in the material though. That's not magnetic. Some gold starting to show up in the corner right there, so I just put everything underwater and tap it a little bit, try and get the gold back up in the top part of the pan under the black sands. Since I got everything to jump out by itself out here, I'm just gonna take a snuffer bottle and snuff that up. And that makes it easier to work on the rest of it. This is the second half of the minus 20. This pay dirt is actually kind of challenging. The gold's really fine, so it wants to mix in with the black sand. So kind of surprised that an Etsy pay dirt is this challenging. That little piece right there was a really small flat fleck of gold, so wanted to mix in with the black sands, and I wanted to keep coming down with the water every time the water caught it just right. So I just pushed it out to the side and got it out of there just so I didn't have to keep tapping it back up and floating it back down and tapping it back up and floating it back down. I just didn't want to sit up in the top of the pan. It was so flat, the pressure from the water just knocked it down every time it went up there. Looks like that's it. I'm gonna pan through this a second time, and then I'll get the snuffer bottle cleaned out and I'll show you what the gold looks like. And there's a look at the gold in the pan all cleaned up. So I'm gonna get it inside, get it dried out, and we'll weigh it up and get a value on it. This is the weigh-in for the Strange Folk Mining Company pay dirt that I bought on Etsy. I also, after I opened the package, found these stickers that they put in the package. If you've never sold anything on Etsy or Redbubble, you can design these stickers. They're like anywhere from $1 to a couple dollars each. So there's a couple dollars worth of stickers there also. Turn on the scale. Add the tray. Tear it out. The reason I use this little tray right here to weigh my gold is it has this little pour spout on it, so it's really easy to pour it into a gold vial once you weigh it. So here's a look at the gold in the tray. It's like 0.28 grams. Let's take that over to GoldCalc and we'll find a value on it.
This is goldcalc.com. It's a scrap gold calculator I use to figure out the value of the gold I recover from the pay dirt. I'm going to enter the amount, 0.280 grams. Select 24 karat pure. Gold price on the date of purchase was $1,871.35. Gonna click on calculate gold scrap value. Looks like $16.85. For my final review of Etsy sellers The Strange Folk gold pay dirt, the price was $34.99. Shipping and tax was free. The total was $34.99. The gold recovered was 0.280 grams. The gold value on the date of purchase was $16.85. That's going to be hard for them to adjust when they sell on Etsy. The ROI without shipping was 48.15%. The recovery of investment with shipping was the same, 48.15%. I gave them a final review rating of 6 out of 10. The reason that I bumped them up a little bit is it was 3/4 of a pound of pay dirt, so it was a big bag of pay dirt. It took a little bit more time to go through than some of the smaller, like 4-ounce bags of pay dirt. There was more material there to go through. There was some gold in a lot of different sizes, all the way down to 100 or 200 mesh gold. There's some really fine specks of gold in this, flour gold in this. So you definitely want to take your time removing all the gold from the material. So I bumped them up a little bit for that. It takes a little longer. It's a little more enjoyable. For some people that are new to the hobby, I would imagine that it's also a little more frustrating. It panned out like actual gold pay dirt that you get from the river, so I bumped them up just a little bit on that. If this is something that you think is the right fit for you, head over to Etsy and order a bag from them. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, and thanks for watching.